I have a few questions. One, how did you discover Moritan? Or how did Moritan discover you? How did you guys come in
Be
contact?
it's funny because they was in contact with Deep Obelisk a lot. They did collaborations, and in one of that collaboration, I see Moradin. I like the stuff that they were released, and I contact them to release something. I sent them the Smoke Drop, and they like it. Then I sent another one. They like it too. I think it was a collaboration with an artist that is not active now. Um, a Dr. Mawinski, I think, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I found my style in that moment. But I need to find my sound. I needed to find my sound. So it was a very large process. When I released with Dr. Mawinski, I think I found something, a kind of style I like it, with some plugins, and after that, I was using all that all time.
Okay.
All that plugins to sound like similar my tracks with other ones. Then I think it was like my relation with Moretin was like, okay, this artist is a good one. In my opinion, I don't know if they think that they're the same, but in that moment, they was like, okay, this artist have potential, because the people like it. The people are commenting a lot in the videos, and the people are claiming the his stuff. I was growing up step by step, and I released it, Don't Stop and Run Away, and that was like big. The people loved a lot that Amoradin said, okay, this have potential. This
Yeah.
is good stuff. So now I'm like in collaboration or something like that with them, because this last year was crazy for me. I mean,
Yeah.
at first of last year, I was like 2K listeners monthly, and now at the last month I had like 60K. For
Yeah.
me, it's like crazy. In 1 year to got that, it's like whoa.
Yeah.
Now I am between 40 and 50K. Is my more or less my stats now this month, and it's like whoa. They
Yeah.
help me a lot. They are a good label, that's for sure. I mean, if you need to release on Moretin, definitely you need to be a good artist, and you need to be uh mm, a good quality. Even I send if I send some tracks there, they don't choose all the tracks from me. Normally, yes, the in the last year, but now with my new style, they are a little bit more, and they select better the
Selective.
tracks. Yeah, I select.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in all the work I was doing, and all the people they move. I was like, whoa, they move a lot of people, and we are doing great things. It's like whoa.
Yeah.
And the same with Newton, for example, or Noithinsky, or uh, Dreamer. All the big people from that label are doing great things. Yesterday there was a party from Moratin, and it's like whoa. They
Yeah.
are doing parties now. What
Yeah.
the fuck? It's like crazy. We are doing parties now. I was in Switzerland like in October of last year, and I don't know. It's an experience to have a label. That a label adopt you and
Mm-hmm.
takes you like a main artist. It's like whoa, what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Was that your first visit to Switzerland for that concert?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was the first time I go out from this island. I never traveled.
That
Never.
that's
Never.
incredible.
Yeah. Even to Spain. I have never traveled to Spain. My first time was to Switzerland. It was crazy for me, like to see
Mm.
different streets to see different cars and different administration of the streets or walls or things
Mhm.
like that. It was crazy. We're like, oh, this is a dream for me. I mean, I can die now. I can die
No,
because
you have to go on tour. You have to see more places.
yeah, of course.
And I mean, the first time getting to travel and doing it because of your music, that's priceless.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
it's priceless, of course.
Morton has always spoken very highly of you. He was really excited when we did our collaboration because he's like, yes, like Bloody Boy is awesome. I'm so happy he's producing again. He's so creative. And I was like, yeah, he is. And then I checked your stuff
Thank you.
out and I was like, how do you make these noises? Like you're super creative. And then when we did our collaboration and I was like, how did you make that lead sound? And you're like, oh, like with some phasers and what Echo Boy or Phase Plant or something like that. And I was like, okay, I'll try to do it because I like wanted to change the melody and I was like, maybe I can make something like it. And I can't. I don't know how. You told me how to do it and I was like, I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. How did you discover your technique? Was it an accident or were you like kind of
it's
looking for it?
it's I don't know. Oh, this is going to be a little bit difficult to me to explain it because it's I have interiorized it. For example, everybody in the industry knows how to use a filter. Filter is just that when you pull up the low frequencies is going muted. Okay,
Mhm.
I imagine that in the sound. So imagine that I take that and take another plugin.
Mhm.
And I imagine how that plugin works on the sound too.
Okay.
So I know this plugin is going to do this effect on the sound.
Mhm.
If if I know how this plugin works on the sound, I'm going to know how this other plugin are going to work on the sound because I know how this plugin works too.
Yeah.
I know if I'm explaining very good, but
Yeah,
it's
it makes
something like
sense.
that. So I can create sounds in my head with the plugins on FL Studio. So it's like I say, if I put this plugin here, this plugin here, this plugin here, this plugin here, it's going to sound like this. And sometimes I get that sound or similar sound I want. It's something that you need to have a lot of hours in front of FL Studio and know how it work the plugins. That's why I use always the same plugins. If I
Mhm.
found a new plugin I like, normally all the plugin works similar,
Yeah.
so it's not difficult. But that little difference are the ones that make your sounds different. So, and now I have the other things I want to tell you that I didn't tell you
Before.
time ago before is that I have not released anything since November or December because I'm working on a new sound combining bass house with techno.
Okay.
I mean, it's something new I'm trying to create, and I think it's going to work a lot because it's very powerful. It has the power of the bass house, the deep of techno, the percussion of techno, and the combining of the I don't know. It's very strange, something very strange I'm doing, and
Mhm.
I think that people are going to like it. And now these 2 last months, I'm working on new music based on that with that template. So in all my tracks, I'm using that template, with some plugins I have prepared.
Okay. So does that help you speed up your work a lot when you have the template ready and then you can move more quickly when you have the idea for a sound or a song, having the template helps you move faster to create it?
More or less, because sometimes depending of the base I want to use, the template works or not works. I mean, it depends of the base I want to use. Sometimes I put the template and it doesn't sound like I want,
Mhm.
and in another base, yes. So it depends, but that template is not for to go fast. It's to sound in the same style or
Ah,
sound in the same way in all my tracks. Maybe the bass is not the same, but if you listen the bass, you are going to say, okay, this is Bloody Boy, because it has
yeah.
this
Has
I
that
don't know how to say. Yeah, I don't know how to
the
say that.
zhuzh. It has the sound, the
The
feel.
sauce, yeah, that
Yeah.
sauce, that spicy sauce.
Mhm.
And also with my percussion, I always I grew up. Oh, this is very important too. I grew up with two step and breakbeat because here in Canary Islands is very popular in 90s, and the two step from UK. In my head all the time it's like scat, 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 scat. So I use always that on my tracks. Is well, definitely when you listen, you know it's one of my tracks, because I grew up with that. You know, it's
Yeah.
something very important to me too. I if I cannot use in a track, is because definitely it doesn't fit, but I try to use it in all my tracks because it's part of me.
Hmm.
If like the sound, like the bass sound, like very gross bass sound is part from me.
I think you do a good job. I was listening through your whole discography today and yesterday,
Thank
and
you.
all the songs are really bouncy and like really easy to dance to, which is something that I personally struggle with. I end up making like really cool sounds, and then I listen back to it after a few months, and I'm like, I like other people's music better. It's like it's hard to dance to my music sometimes. I think you do a
I,
really nice job of nailing the groove. Do you think it's maybe because of trying to bring in the two step and the break beat into your house songs?
yeah, maybe, but
Maybe.
I think it's your perception. I mean, you have good tracks too. I think we always listen to our music as our past music as okay, this is shit. Always.
Yeah.
So maybe yeah, it could be the that breakbeat style makes my tracks more groovy, because that rhythm makes your body like I don't know, feel something that makes you move. It all it's about James Brown. You know, James Brown is a big reference in the music industry,
Absolutely.
and with the with what he did with that percussion, it's like the people was crazy with that kind of rhythm.